Welcome all you fucking wokesters. Wokesters are the pinnacle of beauty on the internet, and if you want to be a wokester, all you gotta do is hit that fucking subscribe button. Like, what are you even doing? It's so easy. Don't you want to be beautiful like the rest of wokesters? Of course you do, so go ahead and do the plus ultra Detroit smash on that subscribe button. Welcome back, or welcome to another Woke or Joke movie review. So Mortal Kombat released on April 16th, and I wanted to give people the time to watch the film before I gave a completely spoiler-free review. If you are new to how I do my reviews, then let me break it down to you real quick, homie. I base my review on 4 basic things: story, cinematography, characters, and the climactic nut bust. So before I begin the review, I want to address 2 things. First, I said previously and also in the title that this will be a spoiler-free review. And it is, but much like Wonder Woman 1984, there isn't a whole lot to spoil in this movie. Which isn't a bad thing, and I'll explain more as we get into the review. And secondly, there is now Woke or Joke merch, designed by the Wokester leader himself, AlanWoke, just for you guys. If you want to confuse people you walk by, this is the shirt for you, because there's a 9.5 out of 10 chance they will have zero fucking clue what this shirt means. Alright, enough bullshit and plugging merch. Let's get balls deep into. So as I said before, there isn't a single thing to spoil on this movie. From the start of the film, it is already clear that the story is not going to be the strongest attribute of the movie, which I'm sure is a major turnoff for the casual filmgoer who hasn't played a single Mortal Kombat game before. The plot revolves around the struggling MMA fighter Cole Young, who, if I'm being honest, is the wettest carrot of the entire movie, and more on that in the character section of the review. Outside of Cole is the familiar story from the games. Outworld is about to clash with Earthrealm, and we need to assemble heroes to stop Shang Tsung from getting Outworld's 10th victory, thus claiming Earthrealm. It's about as generic as plots come for the MK series, but this isn't a bad thing because, well, it's a fucking violent Mortal Kombat movie. We don't need a 4-hour-long cinematic masterpiece to enjoy this movie. We came here for 2 things: dope action and brutal fatalities, and the movie delivers on fucking both. I know a lot of the complaints for this movie revolve around there not being enough backstory on the characters in the movie, but not every film needs to have 12 solo movies for every character. I mean, do you know how goddamn boring a Sonya Blade or a Reptile Origin movie would be? Extremely, unless you had more MK characters involved, in which case you just call it fucking Mortal Kombat. Not every team-based film needs to be a Marvel copy and paste. This is what we all came here for: the insane, nuts to butts, balls to the wall, scrotum on a totem action. The fights in the movie were fucking amazing. The choreography performed by the actual actors, who most of which are real martial artists, are enough to make you get a little wet spot on your undies. Even the scenes outside of the action were gorgeous and well shot. The entire first fight of the movie involving Pre-Scorpion and Pre-Sub-Zero was just beautifully epic. I'm a huge fan of ancient Japanese art styles and fights that occur in a flower garden, and maybe that's just the Dark Souls fan in me. But the fatalities, my guy. The fucking fatalities. You know what? Rather than going into depth talking about how awesome the fatalities are, as a little treat for the wokesters out there, I'm gonna supply you with a fatality from the film. That's right. Daddy Woke is gonna give it to you. Fucking epic, my dude. All the fatalities in the film are ripped straight from the game, which makes it so much better. This movie is just one giant ball sack filled to the brim with fan service juice. Which, hey man, I'm fucking here for. As I said, the new arrival of the character Cole Young is just straight garbage. It's not so much as bringing an original character to the movie that bothers me, because it's completely fine to do that. But the character could have been replaced with a damp napkin and you would not have noticed a single difference. He's as basic gets with a dialogue and story. He's just a struggling MMA fighter who frankly sucks at fighting, and he just wants to protect his family. That's it. The rest of the cast is pretty top notch despite delivering some of the cheesiest dialogue. The dialogue in the movie is pretty laughable, and I mean that in a good way because the video game counterparts are also a little cheesy, so it kind of makes sense for the movie to be like this. Some characters like Kung Lao, Liu Kang, and Raiden take themselves way too seriously, which is precisely like the video game versions of those characters. The real standout, and I think everyone's favorite, is easily Kano. His character makes the film more grounded and breaks up the super serious moments in the film. Kano was given the task of being the comedic relief, and he takes that role and runs fucking marathons with it. As you know, if you watch my past woke or joke reviews, this is the part I refer to as the nut bust. Good old climatic finish that wraps everything up in a nice, neat oh, they're planning a sequel? The climax, much like the overall plot, is the weakest part. Obviously, they want to set up for sequels, so the fight between Outworld and Earthrealm continues, and some toss-away characters died along the movie. The only redeeming quality, and quite frankly, the only memorable moment from the climax, came from the final fight between Sub-Zero and Scorpion. Mortal Kombat knew what the fans wanted, and they held in that nut until the very end, baby. And it was well worth the wait. I really wish I can give some kind of small spoiler at the end of this, but like I said, there's just nothing to really spoil here, outside of me declaring the characters that had died. Alright boys and girls, let's throw this to the woke or joke balance scale. I give this movie a 70% woke and a 30% joke. 70% woke because we, the audience, definitely got what we all came here for, which is amazing one-on-one fights and gory fatalities. These were the only things I wanted from the movie, and the Elder Gods be praised, I fucking got them. It's 30% joke because the story was short, and there were some moments of exposition just being dumped on us for 20 minutes straight, which made it a little tedious to make it between the fights. But I mean, overall, it's still a good movie. I highly recommend it. It's on HBO Max. Not fucking sponsored, but go check that shit out. Thank you all for sticking around till the end of this video. Make sure you give this video the old thumbs up and leave a comment about who was your favorite character and your favorite fatality. Alright, stay woke, you beautiful bastards.